Hi everyone, one of the things that you need to understand and you need to know and really kind of get to grips with in the marketplace of any town or city is the market stats. I'm Richard Payne from Halifax Homes and Lifestyles, and we are going to give you the information for December and show you how December compared to the whole of the year, as well as, more importantly, how we did 2019 versus 2018. So we know that we are at the end of the year. We have had a brilliant 2019. I have to say, in the 7 years in which I've been a realtor, I don't think we've really seen anything, or certainly I haven't seen anything like what we had in December 19, as well as the whole of 2019 compared to 2018. Because if you tune back into some of the early videos that we did on various links down here, definitely subscribe, because we'll be putting out a lot of videos over the next 2020, and you know it's going to be good content and it's going to give you all the information you want. But when we look at 2019 compared to 2018, from around about, I think it was March of 2019, that's when we really started to look at our market and go, wow, like, yes, it's a spring market. We always have a good spring market here in Halifax, but it really changed, and changed quickly. Like in the space of a month, we went from like a balanced market straight into a seller's market, which means less than 5 months of inventory. And really for the rest of 2019, we have stayed there. So when we look at December, which is, you know, snowy, cold, people tend to slow down, get ready for Christmas and everything. It did not happen. So we did sell less houses than we did in December 18, but because there weren't that many houses listed, we still kept our inventory low. So we were at 3.9 months in December 19, 5.4 months in December 18. So you can see that we've shifted it by like a month and a half, and we've still kept in that seller's market. Now, we sold 270 homes, 352 compared to December 18, so definitely lower. But again, we didn't list as many homes because the sales to new listing ratio was 120%. So we sold, if we listed 100 homes, we sold 120 homes. So that is what eats into our inventory and keeps it low. Now, interestingly as well, price went up to just over $339,000. That's plus 6% in the year compared to when we look at December 18. Like, that's brilliant price growth. And normally I've always called Halifax like a $300,000 average price mark. Not anymore. Let's round it up a little bit, $340,000. So that's a brilliant price. Now, when we look at days on market, we're at 78 compared to just over 3 months, 91 days last year. So again, we've improved on that. So really everything across the board in what we're looking at in Halifax, Nova Scotia has improved. And it's come from immigration of people from overseas moving here, but as well as intermigration, which means all of the other provinces are sending, and people at upsticks are moving from the BC, from Alberta, from Ontario. Those are the key 3 provinces I'm seeing right now. And they're moving into Nova Scotia because they're looking at the lifestyle we have. They're looking at kind of the weather as being, yes, we get cold weather, yes, we get rain, but we also get great sunshine. So we get all of the seasons. And I think that quality of life that we have here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and the outlying areas is just so much better than you could get in some of the other provinces. Yes, we know that it's not exactly the cheapest province to live, but your dollar does go a lot further, and certainly what you get from a housing point of view, you know, I haven't seen anything as good as what we can get here. Average price of $339,000. Yes, it's going up, but it's not an average price of $1 million of what we're seeing in other provinces. Now, let's look at some of the hot areas. So this has been really interesting because if you, again, go back to some of the previous videos and quickly watch those, you'll have seen that we talked about Fairmount Rockingham. It's actually starting to show up a little bit more often in the top 3 listings. And this month, December, it is number 1. 26 houses sold, 2.6 months of inventory on the market right now, average price of $417,000. Now, it did take 117 days to sell those properties, but there are 10 new listings in there. And we all know that what can happen with lean listings is they put them on the market and then they can not even be built for 6 months. So there's no way you're going to close on one of those properties in those 6 months when the house is actually being built. So that has definitely lended to it. But if only about 40% of the houses that were sold were brand new listings, that means there are still 60% of houses that were what we would call resale homes. And at $417,000 is an average price there. That's pretty good for that location. So that's Rockingham, Fairmount, and a little bit of Clayton Park in there as well. Number 2 was Timberley and Upper Tantallon. It tends to always be in the top 3. Good kind of middle of the range trade up trophy kind of area with 25 home sales, 5.2 months of inventory, so they're balanced. $356,000 average price, 42 days on market. And then coming in at third is Sackville, which is our little starter market. They had 22 homes sold, only 1.6 months of inventory, so like not a lot of homes for sale there. $234,000 average price, 54 days on market. So that's how 2019 actually performed. So it did slow down from November, and we definitely saw it slowing down, because if you look at the number of listings at 270 that we sold, you know, that was 400 and something in November. So it definitely slowed down, but November was fairly mild, December got cold, and people started thinking about Christmas. So that's what happened in 2019. The big question is what's going on in 2020. I can't see it changing. I think with all of the influx of people moving here, with the people I'm talking to who are not only we've got 2 new buyers going on, but we've got a lot of other people from provinces that are moving here. I can't really see it changing. So the big question for everybody is going to be what's going to happen to price? How is it going to change compared to some of the other provinces? You know, are we still going to be seen as that kind of cheaper alternative in terms of lifestyle and what you can get for your money? It's going to be interesting. I will keep you up to date as we're going through things, and we're actually going to start looking as well as to price brackets to show you a little bit about the price brackets and which is kind of like, you know, the hottest area, because if you're thinking about selling, that's going to be the key thing for you. Is the price bracket you're in a property that's going to be selling fairly quickly, or is it one of those areas where we see a little bit of softening of the market? So it's not just about your location, it's obviously about the price point. But if you have any questions, details are coming up down here, as well as following the slides. If you need to get hold of me, click on any of the details, you can find me, and we'll give you all of the inside information that we have and give you the best marketing plan for your property so that we can do one of 2 things: get your home up for sale and then get the home sold. So those are the bits of advice. If you've got any questions, give us a shout.